Okay, so how do I find an axis of symmetry of a parabola if it is, the equation is y equals negative 3x squared plus 24x. I gotta have you guys like read this to me so I'm not looking down. All right, so how do I find the axis of symmetry? Well, what is the equation to find axis of symmetry? Just tell me, straight out.
X equals negative b over 2a.
Okay, negative b over 2a. Now, how do I assign these variables? Like, where do I get a b from? Like, how do I, yeah.
The b is 24.
The b is 24, because if you remember, it follows the pattern of ax squared plus bx plus c. So here is my a, and here is my b, as stated. Great, so I'm going to do negative of 24, and help me out a little more. What else do I have? Over 2 times negative 3. Great. And what is 2 times negative 3 here?
Negative 6.
So now I'm going to have a negative 24 over negative 6. Double negatives mean what?
Positive.
It's going to be positive. How many times is 6 over 24?
4.
4. So I have a axis of symmetry of 4. What that means is that if I were to graph this at 1, 2, 3, 4 would be my axis of symmetry for my parabola. Okay? So then I have to figure out what my vertex is, and that was the point of this equation, right? So I'm going to erase this out. And how do I find what my vertex is? What would I do for that? Yeah?
You would plug in 4 for x's.
So I'm going to plug in 4 squared plus 24. So 4 minus 22. Okay? Great. So what is 4 squared?
16.
Times negative 3?
Negative 48.
Negative 48. Very nice. And then we're going to do 4 times 24, which is?
96.
Very nice. Positive 96. And then I have minus 22. So I got to put these bad boys together. What would these two be? It'd be positive. So 96 minus 48 is going to give me positive 48. Now minus 22 would give me
26.
26. And that's how I get my solution. My vertex is going to be this. My x was 4. My y was 26. So the vertex is going to be, because remember it follows an xy pattern, is going to be 4 and 26. All right? So what that means is at 4 and 26, like all the way up here, I'd have my vertex. Looking over here, which direction does this tell me my parabola is going to go? Is it going to be a happy face or sad face? It's going to be a frowny face. All right? And then what does this negative 22 tell me?
That's y-intercept.
It's my y-intercept. So at negative 22, that's where it crosses the y-axis. All right? There is a lot on this page. That might get confusing. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's skip over to some of the other ones that we had. Is there one that you would like to see that spanned 15 through, yes?
Number 16.
All right, let's roll with number 16. Y is equal to, help me out, x squared.
X plus 4 x plus 8.
Great, so I want to first find what?
Axis of symmetry.
I want to find my AOS, my axis of symmetry. So we're going to do x is equal to negative b over 2a, just like we talked about. So to do that, I've got x would be equal to, help me out, fill it in.
Negative 4.
Nice, over
2. 2 and 1.
Right, so what is this equal to?
Negative 2.
Just, yeah, negative 2, right? Okay, cool. So I have an axis of symmetry of negative 2. Now, these we're supposed to graph, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to make a table using this as my axis of symmetry. So I've got an XY table. All right, I don't know why I'm making these so wide. Okay, but I like this because it reminds me of my six-pack. All right, so I have negative 2. Why do people laugh? All right, so negative 2. All right, so negative 2 is going to be my axis of symmetry right here. And then how do we choose the points that are going to go around it? Yes?
Well, you can do 1 up or 1 down from negative 2.
So I want to choose things that are equidistant from my axis of symmetry. So if you think about like a number line, and I've got negative 2 over here, what are numbers that are equidistant from negative 2? And you can just shout it out.
Negative 1, negative 3.
So negative 1 and negative 3 would be great. What's also, well, and then what's equidistant from negative 1 and negative 3?
0.
0 and?
Negative 4.
Negative 4. Okay, so that sounds great. So if this is my negative 2 and that was my axis of symmetry, okay, which we have right here, then let's go ahead and put those other one around it. Negative 3, negative 1 was stated, this one was a 0, and this is negative 4. So these are the guys that we're going to plug in as our x values. Everybody, any question that follows that? No? People are cool on that?
No Lord Algebra teacher.
Lord Algebra teacher, Emperor Algebra. All right, so let's go ahead and plug in this -2 right here, okay? So we have y is equal to -2 squared plus 4 times -2 plus 8. That looks perfectly legible. All right, so this becomes what? 4, and this becomes minus 8, and this is plus 8. These cancel each other out, and I get y-intercept of, that's not y-intercept, but just a y value of 4. Okay, and let's do one of the other ones now. Let's see. Let's do one of the ones like, let's do -1. You want to do that?
Sure.
Okay, sure, why not? So let's plug in, what is -1, well, let me just do it so it's easy to follow. 4 times -1 plus 8. Okay, -1 squared is? 1 plus? -4 plus 8. So what do these make? -3 plus 8 is? 5. Okay? So, if I've done this right, and this is the axis of symmetry, then what that means is that these two should match each other, right? Okay, they should be samesies if I've done it right, but I'm just going to check it anyway, especially since I'm doing this for a video. And so I'm going to plug in -3, this value, and let's see. So I have -3 squared plus 4 times -3 plus 8, and -3 squared is? 9 plus?
-12.
Thank you, plus 8. Okay, and so these two together give us what? -3 plus 8, and we get? 5. Does it match up? Yes, it does. Hallelujah. Okay, so then following that, what is the beautiful thing about 0?
Math hack
It's a math hack, and what is the math hack?
is 18. It's just 8.
Not 8. That was a misread. Yeah. So when I plug in 0 to these guys, these cancel out. And so then I just get whatever my C is, okay? So that would be 8, okay? And just to make sure that I'm doing correctly, these two should match, okay? So let me plug -4, and let's see. If I have -4 squared plus 4 times -4 plus 8, this gives me a positive. This gives me a negative. Plus 8, what do these two do to each other? Cancel out, and you do get 8, and that worked out beautifully. Okay, and so now let's go to the graphing portion. Okay, everybody cool with that?
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. All right, I'm gonna cancel out this page. Yeah, let's dump this one. All right, great. So here are my points, and let's go ahead to plug those in. I can start at -2, 4, so -1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then we have, what else do we have? -3, 5, so -3 and 5. That was right here. And then we're going to do -1, 5, so -1, 5. Oh, that's looking good. All right, and then we have 0, 8, and 0 and 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we have -4 and 8. Okay, if I have done this correctly, I need to move that. No, that doesn't move. All right. Ooh, I don't like that that's there. Okay, so if I've done this correctly, this is my axis of symmetry, and these bad boys should be equidistant from the axis of symmetry. Does that happen to be the case?
Yes.
Good. I've almost made like a little eyes in a face and a mustache. Don't think that looks like points. Okay, so looks like lips. Okay, and eyes and eyebrows and a nose. Okay, so sorry, this is way off topic. All right, so great. Let's take another example then. Cool. Yes.
Number 17.
And can you read it to me?
Y equals 2x squared minus 12 plus 20.
Okay.
12x.
Was it?
12x.
Thank you. 12x. Okay. So axis of symmetry is going to be -b over 2a. So I'm going to end up with, let's see, it's going to be negative of -12. That was my b over 2a. So 2 times 2. All right. So a negative of -12. Okay, you distribute that in and you get what?
Positive 12.
Positive 12 over 4. So you get axis of symmetry is 3. So if I have a table, right? How many points do I like for a parabola?
5.
5. Exactly. So I'm going to put in a 3 here. And so then let's go ahead and plug that in. So 3 squared is going to give me
9.
9 times 2 is going to give me
18.
18 minus 3 times 12, which is
36.
36 plus 20. Okay, you put these together and what do you get?
8.
Negative 18 plus 20 gives you 2, and that's what goes right here. Is that okay? So that's going to be my vertex. Is this parabola, looking at this, is this parabola going to be a happy face, sad face? Happy face. So if that's the case, then this axis of this vertex is going to be a maximum or a minimum if it's a happy face. It's going to be a what? Minimum. That's correct. Good job. Good job. Okay. So then, what are the points that you would choose then for? I'm just having erasing troubles. What are the points then that we would choose to go in here?
0.
Okay. 0 is going to be one of them. Sure. Let's put it over here. 0. How far away is 0 from 3?
3.
So I got to go 3 higher. So that'd be a 6. And then what do you want to put here?
1.
1. That's lazy. I like it. And then this will be 5. Great. Okay. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Let's go ahead and plug these in. So let's go ahead and do that. If I plug in 0, math hack, this would give me 0, 0, and 20. All right. What was my other math hack? What should work out?
6 should be 22.
All right. This should also be 20, not 22. Haha, is it funny? All right. So I'm sorry. Just to be sure, that would be 36 times 2 is 72 minus 20 times 12. No. What was it? What was I thinking? 6 times 12, which would be 72. Those cancel out and I get 20. Nice. Okay, so it works perfectly. So that does work out for this one. Nice, that does work out. Okay, so let's plug in positive 1. Yeah?
Yeah.
I kind of made these look like negatives. Shame on somebody. So yeah, I gotta watch out for those. Bloop, bloop. Okay, so positive 1, and I plug in positive 1 right here, and I get 1 times 2 is?
2.
12 times negative 12 times 1 is?
12.
Plus 20, and so what do I get here?
Negative 10.
Plus 20 is?
10.
10. Great, so if it matches, it should match it up. And just for the sake of time, I'm going to assume that we do our math correctly, and there we go. So let's go ahead, plug in. I have